Hello everyone, welcome back to the Kestrel Academy. Professor Finn here, and I have a special class for you today that's been highly requested, and that is on the best pets. So not too long ago, Sophia made a video on the best free pets in Wizard 101, and this class is going to be the exact opposite. Well, not the exact opposite, but it's going to be somewhat opposite because we're going to be focusing on the best premium pets. The ones that you can't get for free just by questing or buying them from a vendor, or the kiosk even. So to start off with, I want to say that we take a lot of consideration with these, and we did some focus group data and polls, and we were researching this for about, I want to say 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. So while these results might not be definitive, they have been put a lot of thought into them. So first we're going to start with where's my list out? Here we go. So the first one we're going to focus on is Storm Pets. So I have to actually switch to my other one, my Storm, for the Storm Pets, because I do not have any Storm Pets on my Myth. Believe it or not, my Myth doesn't have any Storm Pets, but my Storm has Storm Pets. So switching to my Storm, and then hopefully being able to port right back to the classroom. So for the best Storm Pet, we actually have the Little Siren. The Little Siren is available in the Crown Shop, and I believe it was 5,000 crowns, but I will check in just a moment. And here she is, the Little Siren. So if you didn't know, the Little Siren is most unlike other pets, or somewhat like that it looked on. The Little Siren is somewhat unlike other pets because, although this one's only an adult, at Mega she'll get 3 cards. She'll get 3 of these cards here, which is the Siren, which is a 7-pip Siren, not 8-pip. Or actually, I think Siren's is 9 pips, isn't it? Well, it gives a 7-pip Siren card, so anyone could use this even if it didn't have a Mastery Amulet. And it is just about 700 damage to everyone. And then it puts a negative -45 on them and taunts everyone. Cute little Siren pet, nothing too special about it. And then alternatively, the runner-up for this category was the Stormhound, and that one's actually on my Myth. I was incorrect. My Myth has a Stormhound, and that would be this one. I had a couple helpers with me, but I think they might be AFK, and I had helpers because I did not want to keep having to switch between wizards, but apparently I'm going to have to anyway, which is fine. I'll just edit out all the load screens in post. Or do my best to edit out all the load screens in post. I don't know if I can get all of them. So here is my Stormhound. Now this one I believe only gets 1 card, but the card it gives is a really good card. So the Stormhound naturally is the Stormhound card, and that is an X-pip, an X-rank spell that is Storm and gets 130 damage per pip over 3 rounds. This can actually do quite sizable damage in a short amount of time. If you have max pips and you were to hit it, the first tick without even a blade, the first tick would do about 4,000 damage. I had some pictures, but I don't know if I'll be able to get them on the screen in a timely fashion. Let's see if I can. The Stormhound card with max pips, that is 14 pips, 7 power pips, and no blades. And then here is the aftermath of that first tick. Now there are traps on here, but there were no blades used to cast this. So just from traps, I think it was just windstorm. That was... Actually, I think I can see the trap if I look really close. Oh no, that wasn't even a trap. That was convert to myth. That's so weird. Okay, anyway. You can see Stormhound is very powerful because with max pips, no blades, that can do over 12k. That took way too long, right? I should have just given up on that picture. Moving along though is the fire class. So the best storm pet was the little Siren, and the secondary runner-up, the best storm pet, was the Stormhound. Now for the best fire pet is the Cold Fire Dragon. And if anyone has that, they are more than welcome to show it off. I actually don't have that one. Let's see your Cold Fire Dragon. There it is. It's a very lovely dragon. And now this one actually gives 3 cards at Mega, like the little Siren, sort of following suit. Hers is only epic, so it only gives 2. But at Mega, it will give another card, and it will give the Erica Axebreaker card, which is a 7-pit AoE, similar to the Siren, and it's basically just Fire Siren. And it gives a silk screen on everyone, and gives a Pierce Blade to everyone on the caster side. And hers is very powerful. It has Maycast Sprite, Maycast, it has Maycast Sprite, Maycast Tower Shield, Maycast Fairy, and Maycast Unicorn. It's a very powerful spell, and a very powerful pet. And then the runner-up, if I actually have it on me, I don't think I do. It's on my Storm, actually. Not. The runner-up is the Fennec Fox. And this one gives a Fire Blade at Baby, but when you take it to Mega, it'll actually give you a Blinding Light card, or not Blinding, a Choke card, and a Fire Elemental minion. So that'll be very handy. I unfortunately only have this baby to show you. So also to take my word for it, at Mega it gives the... Actually, it might be epic. Let me look it up real quick. Unless anyone has one that's not a baby to show. So Wiki is actually a great place to look up anything, but it's not great if you don't know anything to start. It's good for fact checking, but not so much guidance. Okay, so here we have the Fennec Fox card, and it gives... Oh, I'm wrong. It doesn't give Choke, it gives Fuel. So at Baby, it gives the Fireblade card. At Adult, it gives the Fuel card, which is the same as this one. Only it only gives 1, doesn't give 2. And then at Epic, it gives the Fire Elemental card, which is a 3-pet summon card, which will summon a fire minion to help you in combat. Very handy. So that's the fire pets, the best fire ones. Now for ice. The best ice pet, we had a little bit of a debate over this because we weren't sure if we wanted to include the Star Wars spider or the other one that gives frozen armor or the polar bear. There were a lot of decent choices for ice. The snowball pet was also decent, but we couldn't really come to like a unanimous, oh well, this is the best ice pet, because we couldn't really agree on the applications of how the pet's card should be used. But in the end, we ended up coming to the agreement that ice should rarely attack, and having a more defensive pet, like the frilled lizard, was the way to go. So we actually have one in the class somewhere. Who had the frilled lizard pet again? Okay, there she has it. So the frilled lizard pet is this one right here, and it's baby, and I really regret closing that wiki because I needed again to check the cards. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's like hiding under Eddie's feet. Eddie, if you could like move for just a second so we could see the lizard. He also has a lizard, but we'll get to him in a moment. So the cards, I'm gonna do so much editing on this, I just realized. So the frilled lizard gives a tower shield card a baby, an ice armor, which is self-only armor, which is X pip for 135 health armor or armor points. At adult, gives that at adult, and then at epic, it gives the frozen armor card, which is X pip, 185 armor for pip to whoever you want to use it to. But that one is only 50 level 55 plus in PvP settings. And then the runner-up of that one is the Rescue Rover, which is right here, and that one gives the Hailhound card, which again is an X-Pip ice spell, which does 120 damage over per pip over 3 rounds, and it's similar to the Stormhound. And I'm actually just going to leave the wiki up now, because I have a feeling I'll need it again later, and if not, oh well. And I will be going over how to get each of the pets at the end of the class. Most of them are just in the crown shop, but some of them are from packs. I know the Rescue Rovers from the Christmas pack, one of the Christmas packs anyway. Hers is from the Winter Vein, the Cold Fire Dragon, but we'll go over that at the end. So now, for balance, I need to actually switch to my balance. The best pet for balance is, this one's a toss-up because there are 2 pets that did the exact same thing, but ultimately we decided that the Harmonious Sprite would be better because less people have heard of it. It's more rare. It's a very rare pet. And this one actually requires having 2 first-generation crown pet. It requires you have the first-generation Yuletide Spirit and the first-generation Pegasus Pony, and I believe there was a 35% chance that you would get this pet from hatching those 2. So here it is. Mine's only a baby, but it will get 3 cards at epic. Or might be mega. I think it's epic. Yeah, I knew that wiki was going to come in handy. I'm not one of those people who has like a max wizard for every class, so I don't have epic versions of each one on standby. Okay, so it gives one at baby, one at ancient, and one at mega. So it will give 3 of these cards once it reaches mega. And you can use these at level 30. Not only that, but it does just look very interesting. Like, I think she's the only pet in the entire game that has this body because of her interesting wing pattern. And then the runner-up was the polar fox, which is a seasonal pet as well. Interesting that both of the balances pets are both balances pets from both Christmas pets. But that would be the polar fox, which is in the crown shop, I believe, for, I want to say 2,500 crowns. It might be 5,000 crowns. But you can get this from hatching, and you can get this from Omen. And unlike most of the other pets that I've shown so far, you actually can dye the coat of this one different colors. I made mine like kind of a his fur color, but you can dye it green and red and green, blue, white, yellow, whatever color you want to dye it. And at Epic or Mega? At Mega, it gives 3 Bladestone cards. So moving swiftly along onto the next one is the Maple's pets. And this one gives the very powerful Mythic Fuel card, and I believe it gives 3 of them at Mega, just like the Polar Fox did with his card. Now, we also had on the list originally the Fenric pet, because it did the exact same thing, but this one wasn't as good as the Maple Moose because it only gave 1 card a baby versus the Maple Moose that gives 3 cards at Mega. And then the runner-up is the Strange Beasts. If anyone has that one, please equip it. There it is. So Allison has the Strange Beast, and that one, in a similar fashion to the Maple Moose, gives a blade, and I believe it only gives 1 blade, but it's a plus 35 blade that you can stack with other blades. So if you had the Winter Tusk gear that gives you a blade, and you had the amulet that gave you a blade, and your pet that gives you a blade, and then your regular blade and sharpened blade, you could stack up to 5 or 6 blades and get some massive damage off this one here. And it's really interesting looking. This is part of the, I want to say, Majestic bundle, but you can also get it from the Grand Tourney. So that's the Best Smith pets. Now for Death, we have the best pet being the Brainy Assistant. And I believe this is from one of the Nightmare packs, I'm not sure which one. And if anyone knows what Nightmare pack that's from, please feel free to speak up and let me know. And then the alternate best pet is the Ghost Dragon, I believe it was called. Yes, the Ghost Dragon. So, the reason that the Brainy Assistant is the best death pet, and we actually came to a pretty unanimous decision about that, is because it gives you not 1, but 2 AoE that are death AoEs at Epic? Ancient? I'm not sure if it's Epic or Ancient, but it gives you 2 of them, And if you didn't know, Death doesn't really have an AoE until late game. Like all the other schools, they have like Sandstorm, Blizzard, Meteor, Tempest. They have those pretty early on. But Death has to wait until they either get Scarecrow, just 7-pip 1, and you'll never be able to use that first round, or until they are able to craft Deer Knight, which is also quite tricky to get a hold of that. So the Colossal Frog card is a really good way to start the match off strong. If you have a full party, your entire party can AoE and you can AoE with them, and that's usually game over for the enemy right there. So now, the runner-up was the Ghost Dragon, and this one gives you the original anime card. So I want to show you here, they changed animates, but this pet gets to keep the original anime card. And the original animate, in my opinion, is much better. So the new animate is a X-pip spell, but really it should be 1 through 5 pip spell. And that is to summon a minion of 1 pip through 5 pip. But what's better about this one is there's no limit. You can use all 14 pips to summon like one of the strongest minions in the game. And that's probably why they made it no PvP, because it's just like scary good that this guy can use like such a powerful attack. Like the Scarecrow minion, which is 7 pips if you didn't know. It has Wyvern, it has Sunbird, it has Phoenix, it has Meteor, it has Kraken, it has every death spell up to Scarecrow, it has Faint, it has Plague. Like, it can basically do everything, and it has 700 health as well. So that's the Death Pet, and I also wanted to show you an alternative to the alternative, and that is the Iodine Spectre, and that gives the exact same card. So it basically just boils down to preference of what you prefer. If you would rather have the Iodine Spectre or the Ghost Dragon. One is purple and like ghastly, and the other is kind of a clear color. It's like kind of a clear teal color, and it does the exact same thing. So moving on to life, we have the Battle Cherub, which is from the Clockwork bundle with Lucia. And here she is. She's kind of a tiny one, but she also is flying. And she has a horn. She's like a little alicorn kitty. I don't know what she's supposed to be like. She's got like some sort of mask on. And she's got like a baby nose. I'm not quite sure what she is. So we'll just call her a cherub. And she has 3 Guardian Spirit cards at... Are you Epic or Mega? Okay, so she has 3 Guardian Spirit cards at Mega. And this one is very handy in situations where the healer needs to stay alive. So like Omen, if he targets the only healer with a maxed out Shadow Nova, that will kill them. There's nothing they can do about that. That will kill them. So casting this on the healer is a nice way to protect them. And then also for Corporal Tennyson, the rat, if you're fighting a fire who has like a really powerful fire overtime, or like you just have tons of like curses and wards on you. Storm Triton as well, it's very handy for that. And then the alternative runner-up pet for that is the Tanuki, which is this one, and this one gives the Hamadrid card at baby, and that's a 7-pip Oh, it's not PvP now. That one's not PvP. That wasn't the plan. There's supposed to be one PvP and one non-PvP. Okay, well, that gets 800. It removes all of friends on you. For all your friends. And it heals everyone. And it's a very cute little raccoon. Super cute. Super fluffy. And I also wanted to bring up the attention of the baby and hummingbird. This is from the new Pepper Glass scoring bundle, and it gives the Bootstorm card at baby. And it might give more, I'm not quite sure if it does or not. And the reason I was hesitant to include this on the list is because it's so new, we're not quite sure if it's going to be good or not. Because the Kookaburra, the light Kookaburra, it's pretty good because it gives a leaf storm and it gives other stuff. But this one we're not quite sure if it gives you other stuff yet, or if it's just the leaf storm, just the one leaf storm. Because now that Rat Spin's a thing, AoE for life isn't super great, because they can get Rat Spin pretty early on if they pay for it. So then the next is Universal Pets. And I think my Storm has both those. The best Universal Pet is the Timber Cyclops for mid to low levels and even high levels that can't heal. And the runner-up is the Mulberry Hound because it gives the Tempest card at baby and it actually works in PvP. So it's a very powerful Okay, went to the wrong wizard. I do not have a Cyclops on my Storm. The Cyclops is on my balance. Yep, here it is. Okay. So here is my Timber Cyclops. His name is Oscar. And at baby, he gives the Trent Polymorph that will turn you into, I believe, Grandmaster Trent for 6 rounds, and you'll be able to heal, you'll be able to hit. Very handy if you need a life wizard in a pinch. And then the runner-up, of course, is, like I said, the Mulberry Hound that I do not have on my balance. It's on my Storm. And here he is. He's like a purple dog, and he gives Tempest at baby. And he does not give more Tempests no matter how much you train him, but just having that one Tempest that you can use whenever you want, it's really handy. I'm only level 18, and I have the Life Decathlon level 5 deck, and I have this little knife that gives a power pit. So if I use the pit from this, and I use the 2 pips from my deck, plus the pip that I already get just because I'm starting out with 4 to 5, sometimes even 6 pips that I get power pips. And with this, I can do 85 damage per pip to all enemies. So I could basically just one-shot everything in Wizard City. Very handy, and it's great in PvP as well. So that's all the pets I had to show you. If anyone would like to comment on anything, maybe a pet that I should have added to the list but didn't, or actually I know Hannah has something in the back of the class. She has the energy corgi that I didn't really put on the list because it's not really a pet that any one class could benefit from, even though it's technically fire. And the reason I put that on here is because it's very handy for energy. It'll be on coming up next week, but it gives 8 energy at baby, and then the more you train it, the more energy it will give. It'll give you energy, which is 5, big energy, which is 10, huge energy, which is 15, and 20 energy, which is ultra. And by the time you're done with it, you're getting like at least 50 energy from it. Let's see. 20, 40, 50, 50, yeah, you're getting 58 energy from that corgi. If it's a perfect corgi, it's really handy. So I'm assuming that no one has any questions or anything. So I'm going to be quickly going over again, I know I skipped a bunch of them, how to get each of the pets on this list. Now, a lot of them were just in the clown shop that you could just buy them for a flat sum of money. But most of them you are able to hatch. In fact, I think every single one on this list you can hatch. It's not an exclusive pet. So, because I have almost all of them, if anyone would like one of them, please feel free to comment down below or join our school. The link will be in the description box below if you're not already here. And just message in the pet channel that you would like a specific pet, and I will do my best to come on whenever I can and learn to hatch for you. Here's mine, my corgi. And I will lend you a hatch, but going over all the pets in order, you get the Siren from the clown shop. You used to be able to anyway. I'm actually not quite sure where it comes from now. It's not in the clown shop, so I'm thinking it has to be from a pack. And then, does anyone have a little siren that I can inspect and see where it comes from? Okay, let's see. Oh, that's actually a very powerful siren. And you can see hers gets 2 cards because it's older and it'll give another card still. Yeah, hers is a very good one. Now this is available from the Immortal Spellment pack. You used to be able to just buy it in the Crown Shop, but now it's from the pack. But you can also get it from defeating the boss Poseidon Earthshaker in Atlantia, or from fishing in the Stormhouse, and I've also seen reports of it coming in from fishing in Ravenwood. And then the next one is the Stormhound. That one is available from, do I have to get down the house? Do not. Actually, no, I do not. Could somebody please inspect my Stormhound and tell me where all the places you can get this from, please? I know you can get it fishing in the Stormhouse because that's where I got mine. And it's also in the crown shop for 14,000 so crowns. But there might be other places you can get it, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so you can get it in Master's Dungeon as well. Thank you, Vanessa, or Margaret, whatever you prefer. Okay, so now for the fire pets is the Cold Fire Dragon. Again, I don't have that one. But the only place you can get this one is from the Winterbane Gauntlet by defeating Aircrax because he drops it on every tier. So that's on this list because you need the bundle to do it, and they change how the gauntlets work, so you can't go into anyone's you can't just go into anyone's gauntlet and use theirs. You have to actually know the person or have it. And I do actually have all 3 of the gauntlets. The first ones I have the Spiral Cup, Winterbane, and Pagoda, so if anyone would like to do that, feel free to go to my house and do that whenever you would like. And I also, if I had one, I would lend it to you, but that's like one of the only ones I don't have. So you will have to use the gauntlet to get it. But maybe someone here like Allura who already has one would be generous enough to lend it out if you comment down below and join the school. So the one after that is the Fennec Fox, and that one is, I believe it's only available in the Crown Shop, but I will quickly check. Actually, no, I'm just going to check the wiki at this point. I tend to like looking at the actual in-game, like where it tells you it comes from, because that's always reliable. But this is faster. So the fennec fox can only be obtained from the crown shop or by chests in the Wishing Well or the Outlaws Refuge or the Nomads Camp. Or the Fantastic Voyage, you can get it from fishing chests there. And it also drops from the Sun Darkling, which is an enemy in Chrysalis. After that is the Ice Pets. The Frilled Desert is from the Fantastic Voyage. I'm certain of that, and it might be in a pack or two. So the Frilled Lizard is only obtainable by fishing chests in the Fantastic Voyage, Ever After Village, Nomads Camp, and Drama Merchants. And apparently you can't even get it in the Crown Shop anymore. Wait, can you really not get it in the Crown Shop? I find it weird that they take stuff out of the Crown Shop. Yeah, it's not in there. They took it out of the Crown Shop. Okay, so that's where you get that one from. And then the Rescue Rover drops from Nightside during Christmas time, and he also is in various Christmas packs. And he's a very cute pet. And the Harmonious Bird, I already told you it's from the Pegasus Pony, which is from the Spiral Cup Gauntlet bundle. And one of the packs, I will quickly look up and see what pack the Pegasus Pony is from. I know it's from the Spiral Cup Gauntlet though. Like it comes with that bundle. Immortals Lore Spellman pack and the Wisteria Lore Spellman pack. And then the Yuletide Spirit is drops from Nightshade during Christmas time, and it's also in the Yuletide pack. The Polar Fox drops from Omen in the River of Frozen Tears and is in the Crown Shop during Christmas time. And then the Maple Moose is in, I wonder what pack that's from. I know it's in the pack. Actually, no, I don't think it is. The Maple Moose is in the Crown Shop during Yuletide, and it drops from Nightshade during Christmas time. The Mythic Beast is from the Majestic bundle, which is the one with the Winterwind Tower, and it occasionally drops from the Grand Tourney Gauntlet. The Brainy Assistant is from, looking that up right now, the Brainy Assistant is in the Terror's Horde pack. Oh, so it's not even the Nightmare pack, it's the Terror's Horde pack. Okay, I'm sorry. And that's the only way to get it, but it is fairly common to get hatching. And then the Ghost Dragon, that is in the Crown Shop. The Eye Inspector is also in the Crown Shop. I think they're both in the, I think the Eye Inspector's in the year round. Let me see. Yes, the Eye Inspector is in the Crown Shop year round for 9,880 crowns. And the Ghost Dragon is in one of the Nightmare packs. I think it's the Pirate Nightmare pack, but I will check now. Harrowing Nightmare pack and the regular Nightmare pack, not the Pirate Nightmare pack. And you can buy it from Spooky Bob during Halloween time for 3,000 crowns. Yes, Margaret has a very valid point. Like I said, do not buy pets from the Crown Shop when you can hatch with us for free. That's also a very cute Pegasus that you have there, Laura. But that is not the Pegasus pony. That is the pretty Pegasus, and that is not quite the same. So if you use the pretty Pegasus to make the Harmonious Sprite Hybrid, that will not work. So continuing right along with the Battle Chair, that one is... Could somebody please inspect my Battle Chair and tell me all the places it comes from? I know it's from the Clockwork bundle, but I think Lucia might also drop it. And then the Tanuki is, the only place you can get the Tanuki at the moment is from the new Chinese bundle. I want to say Sky Sorcerers, that's not, let me look it up. So the Battle Cherub is only attainable from the Kuga Kong Gauntlet, it doesn't even drop from Lucia, and then the Tanuki is only available from the Heavenly Palace bundle gift card set. But you can hatch them, so remember you can always hatch the gold, and then lastly our Universal Best Pets, the Timber Cyclops, is only available from the gift card that it comes from. Let me look that up real quick. And the IFI Inspector is the same one. Cyclops. The Timber Cyclops is only available from the CVS $20 US gift card, the Dollar Express $20 US gift card, the Family Dollar $20 US gift card, or the Walmart $20 Canada gift card. And you get the Timber Cyclops depending on what month you redeem it in. So if you were to redeem it in January, you would get the Emerald Cyclops, February is the Life Cyclops, March is the Viridian Cyclops, April is the Forest Cyclops, May is the Hulking Cyclops, June is the Rodwood Cyclops, July is the Timber Cyclops, so if you want to get that, now's your chance if you wanted to. I mean, like I said, I will hatch if anyone wants to hatch, but I'm just saying, hypothetically, if you wanted to get it yourself, you could get it. Coming up in July, then there's August is the Viridian Cyclops again, and then they start repeating themselves. So July is the only time you can get the Timber Cyclops, and it is the best one. And then the Mulberry Hound follows the same logic. The Mulberry Hound is from the AAF AFES $20 gift. I've never heard of that store before. Fred Super Dollar $20 gift card, London Drugs $20 Canada gift card, Max $20 Canada gift card, and Myers $20 US gift card. And if you redeem those, depending on the month you redeem those, you'll get the Mulberry Hound card. And that is the Iodine Hound in January, Magenta Hound in February, Mulberry Hound is in March, and you'll get the Mulberry Hound again in September. April is the Periwinkle Hound, May is the Amethyst Hound, June is the Armoranthian Hound, July is the Violet Hound, August, like I said, is the Magenta August is the Magenta Hound, September is the Mulberry Hound, and then it's repeat again. So yeah, that is all the pets in Wizard 1 that are like the best premium pets you can get. If anyone would like to hatch with one of mine, I will be at the hatchery after class. Just let me know and I will lend you the pet that you need to complete your collection. So I hope you all enjoyed the class today, and I hope you guys all learned some things. And I will see you through the screen. Ta-da! Class dismissed. Also, did anyone have any questions about or anything they would like to add? I know you guys are being pretty quiet. No comments, no questions? Okay. Well, that's that. Class dismissed.
Doesn't give a set bonus, but there's a pet called a Philosopher. It's the exact same thing, and it gives a set bonus. So you can like pair it with other pieces of gear and get better stats.
That is an interesting point to look at. I was aware of the ice rollers. I think I actually have one somewhere, but I didn't really want to go into that because that's
Yeah, I
not
have
really
one
the pet
equipped
that's
on.
better. Like, it's not the pet that's better, it's like the set bonus that's better. So, like, if you weren't specifically using that set, it's not any better.
Yeah, if you weren't using the set, then it would be the same, basically. But you can, if you have one additional piece of gear from that set, then you'll get the bonus stats. Like if you have a mount on and that pet on, and they're from the same set, then you can get extra damage or resist depending on what the set is.
Yeah, that's actually a valid point because I have the adult scratchy Philosopher from the Fossil Avenger set. I think what pack is that from? I don't remember.
You can maybe you can inspect me, because I have a Philosopher on right now. I don't know what pack it's from.
Okay. You can inspect mine, I'll inspect yours. Oh, you've got a really good one. Wait. Are you an ice that actually hits? Why do you have damage on it?
What kind of question is that? Of course I hit.
Whoa, what are your stats? Like, you have more damage than resist. How does that work?
Do you think all
I
ice
don't
is
know.
jade? Or like,
They should. Like, how did you even... Let me look at your gear. Like, that's impressive. That's really impressive. Krakow Patra is Blizzard Fed. Back is 12 damage, and then it's critical. That is really impressive. You know, honestly, you should teach a class on how to be a good ice wizard that hits. Like, I didn't know ice could hit. Bone Smashers, Robe of Cold.
that's ironic, considering we've PvP, but okay.
I've PvP'd for like years now, and I've yet to find an ice rider that could actually beat me.
I mean, I did in a house arena, but okay.
Well, that's different. You're like focusing entirely on offense. Like, I've never even heard of that. So it is from the
These aren't my
Primeval
actual
Booster Pack.
stats. The pet is the Philosopher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all from the Primeval
I
Pack.
see. Okay.